Race 19 saw the FTF Jones Cup Series visit Loudon for the Granite State 151.
Chris Flexon, number 71, grabbed the pole for the race and would lead the field to green. However, the drivers weren't green long, as Doug Dyson, number 40 car, suffered from misfortune early as he got to the back of Ben Atkins in the 02 car, sending him around.
On the ensuing restart, Wetz was able to jump out to the early lead. Guys like Matt Vassar and Colin Keister were breathing down his neck early. Eventually, Keister would steal the lead away from Wetz on lap 13. This was the first lead change of the night.
On lap 16, David Schildhouse in number 7 and Jonathan Taylor in the number 70 made contact in turn number 3. This sent Taylor spinning backwards up the track and into the wall. As Keister led the field back to green, Matt Vassar in the number 29 car made contact with his Vasthouse teammate Taylor Morgans in the number 18. Nobody got any serious damage from this incident.
On lap 32, the battle for the lead heated up as Kevin McAdams began to pressure Keister. McAdams may have had the faster car, but was unable to complete the pass. 2 laps later, Derek Justice got loose underneath the 15 with Keith Sherman. Justice was unable to gather it up and collected Matt Vassar and Leighton Sabile in the process.
On lap 40, lap traffic became an issue for Keister. Ryan Naraki in the number 1 car challenged Keister to prevent himself from going a lap down. However, after Keister completed the pass, he got really loose coming off of turn number 2, which allowed McAdams to take advantage and take the lead. The topic of the night became spin or no spin on lap 48. This was after Leighton Sabile's car self-spins going into turn number 1. He was eventually hit by Ryan Naraki. However, Sabile still did not believe the right should have been a caution. FTF's head admin Justin Little looked at this wreck hard and extensively during the race. Based on Malilla's review, this accident did correctly prompt a yellow.
On lap 71, Keister and McAdams were at it again. They battled hard for 2 laps. Eventually, McAdams was able to make the pass on Keister by using the outside groove coming out of turn 4.
As it seemed the race was starting to clean itself up, the race had its 8th caution of the night. Andrew Fessler in the number 5 car got all out of shape. John Poole in the number 56 was unable to get it woed down enough before spinning Fessler around. However, the highlight of this incident was further back, as Matt Vassar completely slams into the back of the number 30 of Cal Slaughter. This was deemed to be Vassar's 2nd incident of the night, which forced him to take his car behind the wall, leading him to a 34th place finish.
On the next restart, Justice would lead the field back to green after taking just 2 right side tires, with Keister and McAdams breathing down his neck. Justice would not make it easy for Keister or McAdams to pass. However, they would eventually get around him with Keister taking the lead.
After Justice lost the lead, he continued to slide back. He was almost taken out by Taylor Morgans, who drove it into turn 3 just a little too deep, causing him to spin out. Contact was made between Justice and Morgans. However, no caution was thrown for this mishap.
Luckily, Justice and Morgans would get the caution they needed on lap 101 once Brian Mercurio and Arnold Columbia made contact. This caution would end the last long green flag run of the night.
As the race dwindled below 50 laps to go, the aggressiveness of the drivers skyrocketed. This led to harder racing, more wrecks, and tempers eventually flared.
The drivers began to debate whether to take 2 or 4 tires. Some knew that this could be one of their final opportunities to gain track position. On the lap 119 pit stops, multiple drivers took 2 tires while others opted for 4.
On the restart, Taylor Morgans led the field back to green after staying out during the last caution. It didn't take Keister long to steal the lead back, as he passed Morgans for the lead on lap 122.
Lap 124 saw Cosmin Inescu spinning Brandon Lawson going into turn 3. This sent Lawson into the wall. He would sustain significant damage.
On lap 133, misfortune for Cosmin would eventually turn to disaster as he runs into the back of Chris Hart in the number 112 car. Hart would go around, and this wreck collected a good 3 to 4 cars. Cosmin was forced to park after the incident after it was deemed to be his 2nd cause of the night. This would lead Cosmin to finish in a devastating 31st position.
While the wreck was unfolding, 2 of our points contenders got into a skirmish. Andrew Schwartz made contact with Adam Kodal, sending Schwartz around.
With 9 laps to go, Frontrunners Derek Justice and Taylor Morgans get together. Morgans goes around off the bumper of Justice. It looked like Morgans was going to hang on to his car. However, Justice Malillo in the number 53 had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Brandon. Malillo looked like he was going to escape with little damage, but he unfortunately got plowed by Chris Hart, who had nowhere to go.
After a late race caution sets up the field for a green-white checkered, Keister knew this was his race to lose.
Colin led the field back to green for the final time, with Kyle Riley and Tom Sylvain breathing down his neck.
This battle would tighten up as the cars looked like bumper cars coming off in turn number 4 as they came to take the white flag.
On the final lap, frustrations boiled over as Corey Carpenter punted McAdams for an aggressive block.
Yeah, this wreck involved a handful of chase contenders. I'm talking guys like Matt Durr and Tom Sylvain, who have not got that exclusive win yet. Both of these drivers ended up finishing outside the top 20.
Coming out of turn 4, the 14 of Colin Keister was able to emerge victorious for the second time this season. Now let's take a look at the chase grid.
Of course, John. Even after many point contenders being parked during the race, chase stands haven't been affected. Ryan Naraki is now further behind the points cut line by 12 points, and Jake Pullen maintains a 47-point deficit. It's all about the W, and the drivers are running out of time to come up with one. For some drivers, Indianapolis might be a better chance to claim a victory. We head there next week for the Brickyard 400K presented by Red Robin. Until then, I'm Brand Lawson, alongside John Poole and Kaza Neshu. Thanks for watching. See you next week.